because we have breaking news at this hour. Word of a settlement in Dominion's $1.6 billion defamation suit against Fox News. The settlement announced just moments ago, the settlement to be paid by Fox News, roughly $787.5 million. The judge revealing, quote, the parties have resolved their case. The deal coming just as opening statements in the trial were set to begin. The jury was in place, then came a delay lasting much of this day. Dominion had accused Fox News of knowingly pushing false conspiracy theories about what former President Trump had claimed were rigged voting machines following the 2020 presidential election. Also part of this case centered on what Fox News hosts said on air to millions versus what some of them were saying and texting in private about these false claims. The question tonight, would Americans see the Fox hosts testify in court? And now it's clear they will not. A settlement in place. Here is one of the lawyers for Dominion, Justin Nelson, moments ago.
Today's settlement of $787,500,000 represents vindication and accountability. Lies have consequences. The truth does not know red or blue. People across the political spectrum can and should disagree on issues, even of the most profound importance. But for our democracy to endure for another 250 years, and hopefully much longer, we must share a commitment to facts.
Again, that settlement, $787.5 million agreed to by Fox News and Dominion. And here was the CEO of Dominion, John Polis, just a short time ago.
Fox and Dominion have reached an historic settlement. Fox has admitted to telling lies about Dominion that caused enormous damage to my company, our employees, and the customers that we serve. Nothing can ever make up for that. Throughout this process, we have sought accountability and believe the evidence brought to light through this case underscores the consequences of spreading lies. Truthful reporting in the media is essential to our democracy. Dominion, our employees, our people, our partners are grateful to the court for allowing us the process for the truth to come out. I cannot thank the election officials that we serve enough. Without them, there is no democracy. And the work they tirelessly do to that end, and they deserve much better. We are grateful for all the support we have received, grateful to our legal team, and want to acknowledge Staple Street Capital, who have been unconditional in their support of Dominion and our customers.
All right, so that is the reaction from Dominion at this hour. There is also news coming in from Fox News out with a statement. Let's get right to our senior investigative reporter, Aaron Katersky, with late reporting on that. Aaron, what are they saying?
David, Fox News issued a statement just a moment ago. It does not include an apology to Dominion Voting Systems, but it does say that we acknowledge the court's rulings finding certain claims about Dominion to be false. The settlement, according to the Fox statement, reflects Fox's continued commitment to the highest journalistic standards. We are hopeful that our decision to resolve this dispute with Dominion amicably, instead of the acrimony of a divisive trial, allows the country to move forward from these issues. David, the judge had ruled previously that everything Fox aired about Dominion and its voting machines in the 2020 election was false, and it was just up to Dominion to try and prove that Fox News acted with reckless disregard for the truth. The $787 million plus settlement truly came at the 11th hour. David, the jury had been seated and sworn. Opening statements were about to begin. And then there was this inexplicable delay of 2.5 hours before Judge Eric Davis came onto the bench to simply announce that the parties had resolved the case, and it was left to Dominion to outline the terms, the financial terms of this historic settlement. David.
Aaron, it is not uncommon that there would be a settlement in a trial in the 11th hour, but this figure of $787.5 million is somewhat staggering here.
It's a staggering figure, but it's not as much as Dominion had sought earlier. $1.6 billion is what Dominion said it deserved from Fox News for enduring the spread of misinformation during the 2020 election, which Dominion said hurt its bottom line and its reputation. Fox had said that that number was out of line with Dominion's business and the size of its financial losses. But nonetheless, they were seeking $1.6 billion. And instead of taking any chances with a jury, Fox News has now opted to settle, and it avoids this 6-week trial here in Wilmington, Delaware, where some of Fox's top hosts and Fox boss Rupert Murdoch were going to be called to testify.